This is Justin AMZN on Tuesday, May 15th, 2018. And look at this selling coming in pre-market. Phenomenal. Yesterday we left the 1607 price and broke down and didn't recover to it. Just looked very similar. I mean, this consolidation breaking down, but we came back up to it. Today we are not coming back up to it, at least not at the open. I mean, it could, but we're way down here. We're at the next line at about 1590, whatever that line was. Been a while since we talked about any of that line. Okay, 1591, that line. We're below that. It'd be great to see it retest this, roll down. This is a bearish. Yesterday was a bearish candle. We are below the previous day. We're below two bearish candles, but at least yesterday, this is a bearish retest gap because yesterday was a bearish candle. So what we're going to do is look for a place to get in on a retest. So we're going to look for an S curve, that's going to curve back up. It'd be great if it comes right back into this line. I mean, I don't think we'll come back up here, and I don't remember what our next line is below this to know, if we're going to come back down and channel or something. But let's get into the day and see what lines we are interacting with and see how they work. So already in pre-market we sold off, retested. There's a little candle right there, not even really a candle. I think maybe 200 shares were managed at 805 for the whole 5 minutes at the exact price of 1590.95. So just a few cents below our line. But that's an S curve right there. As small as that is, that's a little S curve. So we're way down here, and let's step into the day. Okay, huge opening candle. Lots of selling. Lots and lots of selling. Anybody who had bought in the last couple of days is trapped. Yeah, lots of selling. We recover a little bit, really close to the next line, about 1578. So we didn't come back up to this one during the day. We came down to this one. Let's see if we come back up into this a little bit longer. I mean, I'm not trading that large of a candle. It would have to make a move all the way back up here just for a single R. And that's too large of a move compared to what we've seen the last few days. So, but this is a massive candle, massive volume at the open. This trumps the open volume we've seen the last couple days. This is similar to the aftermarket, after the market close volume we've seen the last couple days, where brokers are just filling orders that are placed on the day, and I don't even know how they trade it after. But anyway, that is a different conversation. So we are looking for a retest into this level and see if we can roll over. But we need a lot more of a pause because, I mean, this thing just dropped. I mean, from the pre-market, this thing just dropped like 20-something, 25, 28 points, something in there. So let's look for some pausing, some retest. Okay, that's a really nice small indecision candle. There's another one. I want to see a little more bullishness come in. Okay, not getting it. That would have been a great place to just go bearish, but there wasn't enough of a recovery. Maybe if you're on a shorter time frame, getting an indecision, coming into some 1 minute or 2 minute candles, something like that. But yeah, taking that breakdown here with a stop here, that would have worked nicely. Coming down into 1565, and okay, now it looks like it's gonna come back up. Okay, yeah, it's come back up. This is what I was looking for. So a little bit of bullishness into the resistance, into the old support, new resistance, and see if we can roll over. So these candles is what I was looking for up here. Didn't happen where I wanted it. I'm not in. That would have been a phenomenal move. I mean, phenomenal if I had even shorting at the open, but phenomenal if you just traded that single candle right there. Looking for some bearishness. So that's 30 minutes of selling, a little bit of recovery, and this could easily roll over right here. Some larger candles, larger bearish candles, get in below it with a stop up here, or ideally you want it to come back up to this line and put some sort of indecision candle on it, just like that. I wanted some more time. So we'll keep an eye out for that and see what happens. Okay, so if you had a trigger in bearish around 1570, probably, oh, that's right at 1570. From that, yeah, that's right. So you would have been a little bit below 1570. You're not in yet. Stop up here. This starts to look like a double top. You get in, break down on the neckline. That could still work at this level, and maybe triggered in that one. Definitely triggered in that one. There you go. So you're in bearish, and you got a nice little consolidation here. Some of a triangle. Now it could be a little bit longer or wider triangle, kind of a little bit further sideways, similar to these. And this yesterday, and this one up here, where it just goes sideways a little bit further, and then sort of just drops, recovers, and then rolls down. And more so this, but the longer term. Yesterday was short term, long term retest of that breakdown. So, get a little bit of a retest. It could come back up here again. You just don't know this angle until it forms a little more of a triangle, and in this case, okay, that would have worked. So, would have broken down, come down a little bit further. Okay, got an indecision candle down here. It's similar low. After just such a large move, I really wanted more rest, for this to come into our line. So, anyway, way down here to, possible support. There's probably something way over to the left that it's bouncing off of around this level. But obviously, there's no line drawn here, so it's it's something we'd have to go back and look at. Is there a level worth putting on here? But I don't have it, so we're still going to look for an interaction with this line or this line today if possible. Hopefully it does interact with this, but from down here, this is a nice Morningstar reversal. You could actually trade this bullish, but had you just gotten in bearish, you're right around break even right now, and so you want it, if you're going bearish, you want it to break down. Excuse me. And you want to be able to move your stop sooner. This being an S curve, probably would have been better shorting up here where it's already got a resistance and getting out down here rather than waiting for a double top to form and just play the candles, play the levels of the candles. So there's a little bit of a flag here breaking down. At this point it's sideways and it's got some support here. So my stop would be from way up here probably to at least here, maybe even to here, thinking if we take out this bullish candle and then this bearish candle and this bullish candle, we are going up. And if it does that, you can just easily flip positions, get in up here at 1571, 1572, and trade that back up to 1578 and see how it interacts with that level. Some nice small, really small candles. That's phenomenal. I love seeing these small candles. Here's another smaller sort of a pennant indecision here, consolidation. And if you just merge all these candles, this is just 30 some minutes of some indecisiveness going on in the 10 o'clock hour. Kind of early for central, but there you go. Okay, stopped out likely, or about to be stopped out. Could reverse your position. That's a great candle. These two, really, they're so small, they're indecision, and you want it to break bearish because everything's been moving bearish, but now it's breaking bullish. It's trapping people. It probably could continue trapping people. If there's any opportunity for it to come back down to this level or one of these, be bought there back up, you're putting a good base on the day here for it to actually do that. You got some momentum that's losing its bearishness. And okay, maybe you're in right here going bullish because you really wanted that line. I wanted that line for a bearish rollover. With my stop probably right here. So I'd be in bullish here, going back up to this level, and it's not quite 2R, so that's the only thing that's the only reason that I wouldn't be gung ho about it. So anyway, a little bit more of a pullback, and it's still holding the low on the day. Okay, this is where I really need to see it start bouncing if I want to go bullish. Now, if you're bearish and you had your stop up here and then you moved it here, maybe you are still in. And this is an evening star reversal. It just shows the indecisiveness of these candles one after another, and really looking for the key locations and key candles. So here's an indecision candle right on the 21. This is very similar to this one. This could pop, take out this high and you're going, or this could roll down. Either one. It's really a bracket trade. Maybe here by here or here by here, something like that. And that just gets the risk a little tighter And okay, through a lower wick, so maybe you got stopped out if you're going, or not stopped out because you weren't in yet, but you know, this lower wick bodes well for the buying that's happening off of this one, It's actually making a little bit of a higher low to get here. So let's take a look at the candle, and it's starting to bounce. Okay, that's another phenomenal indecision candle. These are just great small candles to trade, and knowing where your lines are. And that 10 minutes of just this indecisiveness, middle of the lunch hour on the East Coast, and just some great places to set up a really tight trade. Especially, I mean, this turns into like a multi-bottom sort of thing down here with that breaking out, or at least, you know, if it comes back up here. Or consolidation, you want to break out, pull back a little bit, and then go, and we'll see what happens there. So stepping in a little bit more, and looks like we're going to drift. We just drifted from way down here, the low, relative low in the day, all the way back up to our 1598 price with an indecision candle, just like this one. That is exactly what we're looking for. Just more time to pass. I mean, we got the time, so we're just patient, looking for anything to trade in here. Got some consolidation. Didn't, you know, like, we're bullish, not bearish. This is where to go bearish. Right here, this candle. You can either do it on this candle going bearish, or you can wait for that candle to close and get in by, let's see, 1576 by 1579, 1580. Let's call 1580. Get a little bit above this wick here. So that's $4 of risk. Back down to the low of the day would be like 3R. No, I did that wrong. 76. I say 4, 72, 68. Okay, like 2.5R. It doesn't have the ring to it as 3R, but that'd be 2.5R back down to the low of the day. You should be able to lock in 2R on this one with what we're talking about. Bearish retest. Here's the S curve. You know, here's the short-term S curve. Here's the longer S curve, that kind of thing. And we'll see if it's going. Wow, look at that. 25 minutes of selling, just like 25 minutes of selling right here. Didn't quite get down as far. Hopefully it does, because, you know, the other perspective is you just came back down and retested this level here. It could just bounce again, and that'd be off of this triangle. So, but it's more bearish than bullish. You know, we got indecision right here. We're staying below this line. Huge sell-off to open the day. We just recovered some. Now we're ready to roll over. I mean, everything's saying bearish, and there it goes. Yeah. So some indecision here. This is where you just like get out. So the low here on this candle is 1576. So you'd be 15. I think I said the wrong number. 1567. Okay. So that's 9. No, 50. 1576. So, you know, a little bit of gain there. Not the 2.5R down to below the day, not quite below the day, but it's recovering a little bit. And okay, so had you gotten out down here, great. If you waited for this through this retest, you're now moving your stop here because you're rolling over again, and you've locked in a little bit of gain because your entry was really back up here. So we got the momentum. Still trending bullish, even though it lost a little bit of its bullishness there. So, oops, I'm just going to quickly. There we go. So a little bit of a rally into the day. So even similar to yesterday, where we consolidated, broke down, recovered. You know, you got a sell-off into some consolidation that actually breaks out and then rolls over at a key level right here, and then just kind of chops around. So if you take a step back and look at this, this is a multi-bottom because you came up to here again, down here, back up. So multi-bottoms are nice because they are the accumulation, and you just want to make sure you're looking for the right place to get in and out based on the candles. So this is a phenomenal move. This pullback, and we're so range bound in here for so long, but it just needs that to recover. So if we zoom back in on this with 5 minutes, going to take a look at some of this consolidation. Had you happen to get on here, let's mainly start and look at this. So it's 1220. You're getting in on the 1225 candle with a stop above the 1220 candle on the put. So let's go look at the puts, and I've got 1575 puts, and it was at 1220. You could have bought the very next candle at, let's just say worst case scenario is, let's just call it even 13. And then your stop would be below this candle at 1135, so maybe 13 by 11, $200 to risk, and goes up to 17, the previous high here. Not the high in the day, but on the option, but previous high, which would have been a great target to have. And that's around, let's just call it 17. You're up at 17. So you got in at 13 and stop at 11, and you're going up to, what did you say, 17? So that's 2R right there on the option. That's phenomenal. So 2R on the option on this rollover that you were patient to take after seeing this candle and wanting more retest. Looked like it was fake out there, rally into this line, rolled over gently. So that would have been the trade to be patient on, and the question is, are you patient enough to do that? So we come back over here to the daily. You can see we got some S curve here, and then now it's rolling over. So we could extend this line a little bit further. Probably touches here, probably comes in down in this area, potentially target for that, and then bounces. We had a bearish gap here. It's almost like we're trapping all these candles. It could be some sort of like island reversal up here, but not quite. It's a good level for things to roll back down. You get the previous resistance here from the previous all-time high, so folks will be shorting there, trying to just get in on the bandwagon of everyone else shorting there. So anyway, take a look back at the 5 and let me know what question you got. This is Justin Amazon. Thanks.